You won't believe this. My parents are having another girl. They are thinking of naming her Jane.
Oh yeah, I think Jane is a cool name.
Oh no way. I think it sounds so old-fashioned. I only have heard of old people named Jane.
Whoa, I think you are raising some interesting points. I wonder if we can all think about something tonight about the name Jane. Think about this. If you met someone named Jane, how old do you think they would be? Investigate this tonight and come prepared to share evidence you have to support your claim. Good morning, class. Are you ready to share? If we met someone named Jane, how old do you think she would be? And why?
I think there are Janes of a lot of different ages. I did a Google image search and noticed that many of the Janes seem to their 20s or 30s, maybe in their 40s. Hard to tell.
I think I found out some great information. I made a survey and asked if you know someone named Jane and to select their age range. I made it so you could select more than one age. 53 friends responded. They knew 78 Janes. Almost 50% of the Janes were in their 40s or 50s. Not many were really young or really old. So I think if we would meet a girl named Jane, she would likely be around 50 years old.
I agree that Jane is an old-fashioned name. I asked my mom, she said there was a famous person named Jane Fonda who she did exercise videos with. We looked her up. She is 75. I'd bet if we met a Jane, she would be old, like Jane Fonda.
I did a Google search for Jane's age. I saw lots of links to strange word problems like this. Did teachers in the past really give their students such dumb problems? Who cares how old Jane is?
We were interested in famous people named Jane. We found a website listing the top 20 famous Janes. We read a lot about them. Jane Fonda did more than exercise. 6 of them are dead.
We created a dot plot of the remaining 14 ages. Most are older than 50 and the average was 61. So we think if we meet a Jane she will be in her 60s.
I did not realize there's so many famous people named Jane. That is kinda cool. I wanted to know about the history of people named Jane, so I used Wolfram Alpha to search. When I typed in Jane, I got a cool graph about the history of kids being named Jane in the US. It seemed pretty popular from 1920 to 1955 or so. Those women are 58 and older now. The graph shows there are not many people getting named Jane nowadays. Even though it is old-fashioned, I guess it would make it a cool name.
Wow, you all did some interesting work last night. We have a lot to talk about today. We did not all agree on how old a Jane would be. I heard everything from in her 30s to 75.